Welcome to the Throne Room Experience, hosted by the Glover's Hub. Once again, my name is RUTH ADJEI. Welcome again. Now, today we have one of the greatest gospel artists with us. Now, I told you earlier on, now with Glover's Hub, we bring you the best in gospel entertainment by the artists and also our gospel ministers. Today we have one of the greatest. I'd like her to mention her name to us herself.
Okay, my name is RUTH ADJEI.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my name.
Now you heard it, RUTH ADJEI. We're yet to find out who is RUTH ADJEI. Who is RUTH ADJEI? Some of us know her already. Because she's good. She's got a silky voice. She'll give you the best of gospel music. But we'd like her to tell us one or two about herself.
Okay, I'm RUTH ADJEI, like I mentioned earlier, and I don't even know which of the things you know about me, but I'm someone who loves everything that has to do with Christ.
Okay.
And I began singing at a very tender age, because by the grace of God, the whole family sings. And then by the grace of God, in 2014, I launched my first album, where I was praying for, and then to go out there and do gospel music. At a point, you have to go to school. At a point, you have to work and all that. Until last year, by the grace of God, we launched the second album, which is Stop the Mercy Seat. And then within which we're doing a whole lot of things. Basically, RUTH is somebody that loves anything that has to do with Christ.
Wow, that's wonderful. Now, if you heard it clearly, she says she has 2 albums to her credit. I want to know, how are the albums doing?
They're doing wonderful on the digital platforms. At the launch years, we sold a lot of them, but right now, you and I you can bear witness to what's happening. And there are no gatherings and whatever. Even when there are gatherings, people are not really into this. So we are trying to use the digital platforms to sell the albums. So it's doing very, very well.
Okay, now you said digital platforms. Comparing when Corona wasn't with us and now, do you think, or will you say that is your greatest source of reaching out to people now?
It's always been, actually, because the fan base is not only in Ghana. By the grace of God, we have other people outside, like all over the world, so to say, who are in love with what we are doing for Christ. So it is not only, it is not the only means. I could say that we are propagating the gospel. Only that when the COVID thing wasn't around, of course, you can move to any church and then propagate the gospel. You take the CDs there, and even now the cars are not using CDs. So we did pen drives, and that is what we took out there. Anytime we're going for events, you take it there for it to buy.
Okay, now moving a little away from that, let's go to gospel music, the business. Yes, this is what most Ghanaian gospel artists try very hard to shift away from. Gospel music, the business. Will you say that now gospel music is being taken seriously as a business?
I wouldn't say it's been taken seriously as a business. What I would say is that with every artist, let me speak from my perspective. You have a whole team you work with. You have a management team you work with. Yours is, the role I play is to stay, connected to the Spirit, receive the song, spring it. This is the song the Spirit of God dropped in my heart or my spirit when I was waiting, and then maybe during my devotions and whatever. So my focus, everybody has the role they are playing, you get it. So mine is to make sure I am always in tune with the Spirit, receiving the songs, taking it to the studio, and then we work on. There's another set of the team that works on the business aspect of course, definitely. Whatever we are doing, you get it. So the management takes care of that side of the ministry, whilst I focus on everything that has to do with receiving the songs, recording the songs, and everything.
Okay. Now she mentioned management. As soon as she mentioned management, I'm coming. So is RUTH signed to any label?
Yes, I'm with Sound Station Studios.
Okay.
And we also have partners. It's with RUTH Music Ministry and partners.
Okay.
I have other people who support everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So this label or this partnership, you say, help you out with your promotions.
Exactly.
And everything.
Everything.
So then,
But that doesn't stop you from supporting us. You can still support us.
of course, Glover's
It's very,
Hub.
very important.
Glover's Hub
Oh,
is
Glover's
for
there. You've already
yes,
started supporting
yes.
the ministry.
Glover's is for gospel. It's for
The best
ministry. Yes, we try. In fact, we try to put.
Yeah, you're doing very
Yes,
well.
we put our gospel people on the map.
I know, right?
Yes, we try. Yes, and then one more thing we'd like to know. Now we realize that most of the gospel arts or most of the gospel works on the digital platform is quite low as compared to our secular brothers. You get me? You go online, and as soon as you type, let's say somebody like Kwame Eugene, the name pops up and you are there. But you realize that you go on iTunes for one, and you want to look for the first Ghanaian or the most listened to gospel art, and you realize that it's just 2 or 1 consistent name coming through. I don't want to mention names.
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't know how well is your team strategizing to put RUTH ADJEI on those platforms?
Okay. Talking about that, I believe that it takes time for people to get adjusted to a whole lot of things. You understand? Gone are the days where other people, in the secular world, it is strictly business. All right, but when you come into the Christendom, the whole mentality of our gospel is like propagating what God has asked you to. And then all those while, we had never thought about the business aspect of it. Yet we understand we are getting the message out there. We never thought about management, we never thought about the fact that there should be some kind of monetary aspect of it. So it takes a little time for people to get adjusted to that kind of thing. And I believe that we are getting there gradually. And that is one of the reasons why you go online and probably you see our other brothers, up there, because they already started it. But the whole idea is, I don't even know how to put it. We want to get the message out there. We don't think about the business aspect of it. I remember sometimes we say already that kind of thing. We don't really think about that side. But recently we got to know that you can still do that. Even when you put a song online, other people will be blessed by it, and then they'll sow a seed into the ministry, and you can then use that same money, the seed they are sowing into your ministry, to propagate the same gospel in the studio. Because of course, when you go to the studio, they don't say just say pray some tongues and go. You pay. So I believe that it is a gradual process, and I believe that most of us, let me back myself too, most of us know much about the online thing, and I believe that it has enlightened a lot of people who don't know much about it. By the grace of God, we started a long time ago having our songs out there. Kudos to Eddie wherever you are. Eddie Kumsin has been the one who does that for us, and I believe that it's a good platform. And then the way people are talking about it, it has enlightened a lot of people to know that you can still get the songs out there. So I believe that it's a gradual process.
Okay. So will you say that our legendary gospel people didn't do something right from the onset? As in, they didn't let those who were say backing them or those who were mentoring know that you can have a business side of what we are doing.
I think they played their part.
Okay.
They played their part, and gone are the days. I'm not sure there were anything like iTunes. They heard about anything like iTunes, Google Play Store.
No.
If they had heard, I believe they would have done it.
Okay.
And then those days too, I remember listening to one of our legendaries who talked about the fact that those times it was nothing like Fantino. Okay, let me speak Fantino. Or Kobano Wajishabu. I can just kind of dash. But it wasn't like that. One time that they go, they do the song, and then they are blessed. They bless people, and people bless them back, and they go. So it's just recently, it's a different generation. As a generation,